What is up, all of you awesome and amazing people on YouTube? The Old Coot here, coming at you with another exciting video. Take your screenshot now while I read to you the warning. Okay, so basically, I'm not a doctor. I'm not any kind of professional. I'm just basically sharing my story with you. What that means is that this video is intended for entertainment purposes. I'm telling you what I did. Take that knowledge, take that information to your doctor and talk about what's going to work for your specific situation. Everyone's different. You might have some underlying issues that you don't know about. That's why you need to see your doctor about this, especially if you're struggling with weight loss. Motivational moment though, however, I'll say that something I'm doing is working if I gained muscle, lost body fat, and lost overall body weight. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. We're going to talk about the results, and then we're also going to talk about what I've been doing lately. Okay, I was supposed to be doing these weigh-ins every week. February destroyed me. February was the big game. Let's call it the Super Bowl. Nachos, Italian sausage, chocolate cake, ice cream. It was a smorgasbord of like party stuff that went like a week. Then Costco had a sale on peanut M&Ms. I finished those within like 2 weeks. Then Valentine's Day came around and chocolate was on sale the day after Valentine's Day. So I did that for another week or two. So my weight went up and then it went back down again when I finally realized I had to get serious again. But even with those cheat items, add in Chinese food once a week, sugary, sweet and sour pork, you get the idea. Add in an occasional half a gallon ice cream being consumed because I just wanted it. I had the sugar craving and that was it. And I had it. Look, what I'm trying to tell you is I'm human, right? Everybody's human. We all make mistakes. Motivational moment here. It's okay to be human. It's okay to do that. Just talk to your doctor about where you're at, what you can get away with. Is it a cheat meal that you're going to have? Is it a cheat day that you're going to have? Or is it an entire cheat month that you're going to have? Which is like, I'm laughing about it because I can laugh about it. But I had an entire cheat month. That's what I'm calling it because there's no way. If I would have been stricter to my diet and didn't have all that stuff, would these results have been better? God damn it, I hope so, right? Okay, well, anyways, let's talk about the results and we'll talk about everything else. Okay, so February 2nd, 2024, I weighed myself, right? I went into the doctor. They did the whole, like, you know, you put an elephant on the elephant freight machine or whatever. That's what I felt like. And I was laughing the whole way. Then they did the hydro dunk test. Okay. So I submerged myself. You let out all your air. The scale weighs you underwater. You get the idea. Then I went home and I got the scale that I'm using now, which kind of does these same numbers. So not too far off between the scale and also the doctor's office. So I'm just showing you what the scale said because that's the only thing that I could get on video. So I'm just going to show you those. But anyways, here were the results of February 2nd, 2024. And keep in mind, on a normal basis, weight goes up and it goes down. There's a daily fluctuation. Did I eat before I got on the scale? Did I poop? All those things come into play. Did I eat a bunch of carbs 2 days before or the day before I got on the scale? I'm storing extra body water, water retention, all that stuff. What I wanted to see was 1 week to the next, what were the results going to be? And that hopefully I was aiming for 1 pound a week of total loss of body weight, and maybe even that same number or a half a pound or a quarter of a pound per week of body fat going down as well. I think I came pretty damn close even with all those cheat meals. So let's get into the numbers, right? So now that everything's out of the way, right? Comment down below if you have any other questions about this whole process. But now that everything's out of the way, let's go through the numbers. So February 2nd, 355.2 pounds. March 1st, I'm 354.8 pounds. So I lost total body weight. I lost 0.4 pounds. That's almost a half a pound of weight down. Not the 4 pounds that I was expecting. It's more like 0.4 pounds. But working out, right? Trying to do my routine of like intermittent fasting and taking the supplements and everything else. This is what happened there. So my muscle percentage, 33.4 in February. That means 33.4 of this number is muscle. Now, March 1st, I went up 1.3%. I went to 34.7, right? 1.3%. This is bro science here. I don't know the exact answer to this question. Question mark. If you know the answer, please put it in the comment section. If 34.7% of this number is muscle mass, right? And I went up from the month before, I went up 1.3% muscle mass. How much in pounds did I gain in muscle? Is that like a bogus number, right? Would it be 3 pounds, something like that, right? 3.3 pounds of muscle that I gained in 1 month? Or is this number relative to the total body weight? Or is it because of the scale, the electrodes, all that stuff going through your body, the impedance? The list goes on and on. You tell me down below in the comment section. Okay, body fat percentage, 50.9. That means that more than half of my body and in February or on February 2nd was body fat. Now, March 1st, I've gone down 0.5%. Again, let's do the bro science. You tell me, question mark, you tell me below in the comment section. If I lost 0.5% body fat, right? How many pounds of body fat did I lose? Is it 1.3 pounds of body fat? I don't know. You tell me down below in the comment section. Right there, even without looking at the other two numbers, I consider that a win. I gained 1.3% muscle. I lost 0.5% body fat. Eating the way that I did and cheating in the month of February, I consider that a win. And I still lost like almost a half a pound. So right there, whatever I'm doing is working. That's how I consider that. Now what's going to happen is I want to see now March 8th, right? It'll be a week from now, Friday. I think that's right? 7 days. I want to see now what the next week is going to look like, the next week, and then eventually the next month. So I want to compare like February to April, right? And then March to April and see what happened when hopefully there's no like curveballs being thrown my way. Hey, I'm still human. I'm still going to cheat. I know it's going to happen, but I want to see what happens. Okay, so continuing with the numbers, this is the one that's really confusing to me. And then this one's even more confusing. Okay, TBW, the way I think this is it total body water? Because it's measured in percentage. Does that mean that my body is retaining, or the total number here is 20.5% of my body is water? Is that what that means? Question mark. I don't know. You tell me below in the comment section. By the way, now's a good time to hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button if you like me confusing the hell out of you and asking you questions in the middle of videos for no good reason. Anyways, just saying. Okay, so basically what happened was that TBW number went 20.3, which means it went to, I lost 0.2% of TBW, total body water. Is that what that is? Question mark. You tell me below in the comment section. So so does that mean that my body was retaining 20.5% water and that now it's only retaining 20.3%? And did that water come from the body fat? Question mark. You tell me. Put it in the comment section. I think it did. I'm just saying. Anyways, okay. Bone. The bone is the only thing on that scale, the scale from the previous video that I did, that measures in pounds. So it went from 4.2, which was like that kind of for a long time, actually. Like for years, it was always hovering like a 4.2, 4.0 something. Now all of a sudden it shot up 0.4, right? It went from 4.2 to 4.6. So it shot up 0.4 pounds. Does that mean that I gained almost a half a pound of bone density or bone mass or whatever you want to call it? Question mark. I don't know. You tell me. Sarcastically asking that in a funny way. Just saying. Anyways, I think I did go up almost a half a pound of bone. And here's why. Because I've been taking, vitamin K2 and MK7. I talked about this in previous videos, but what this supplement does, at least in the research that I did, is it basically takes the calcium out of my muscle tissue, like my soft muscle tissue, and my arteries. I hope it's diverting it away from my arteries and basically putting it into my bones. So that's why that number makes sense, because I've been taking this supplement now for, what is it, 2 months, 3 months? I think 2.5, 3 months. I have to go back in the videos and look, but I think I've been taking this now for about 3 months. And if that's true, that I went up a half a pound of bone density or bone, whatever, that's awesome. That means that there's that much less in my arteries, right? I hope, because like I said, this vitamin, with all the research that I've done, diverts the calcium into my bones and takes it away from the arteries, or just prevents further buildup in the arteries. Comment below if you know. Okay, so let's get into how this happened. So if you saw the video prior to this one and you saw the previous weigh-in and you saw all the previous videos that are in this playlist, I think the playlist that I'm putting this in, there's a few of them. The bodybuilding playlist. I'm also putting it in the fat loss, what really works for me playlist. And there's a couple other supplement playlists. What I've been doing is I've been taking garlic and apple cider vinegar about 3 hours before bedtime. So let me explain that process just really quickly. So I wake up in the morning, right? I have the K2 and the MK7. I try to do like about 10 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes of like low intensity, steady state cardio, right? Whatever Huberman says, VO2 max, and the other doctor, I can't remember his name right now, but basically where I can have a conversation with you, but still be huffing and puffing basically. So you can just barely have a conversation. That's my heart rate and all that good stuff going on. So that's what I do. So then I try to sit by like the windows when I'm doing that, just so I can get some sunlight. So I'm getting vitamin D and K2 basically at the same time. Okay, then I go through my full workout. Usually the workout that I've been doing lately it's a 2-day workout. And basically I take a day off and then I repeat that process. So one day is shoulders, one day is chest, and whatever the helping muscles are that help with that, that's what happens all in there. I don't really work out my legs too much. I don't do leg day because I ride my bicycle a lot and that kind of takes care of my legs. So then what I do is when I finish my workout, protein shake right away. First thing, protein shake is usually, 25 to 50 grams of protein, depending on the day or whatever, depending on what I feel like. And then there's some other stuff in there. There's like BCAAs in there and a bunch of other stuff. So then what I do is I stretch, take a shower, whatever, come home. And then that's when I try to take a nap, like a 10, 20 minute nap, just to kind of relax, reset the brain, get everything that happened in the first part of the day absorbed, right? Just relax, kind of processing, whatever. Then when I wake up, I have lunch. So lunch for me, let me show you. Wait, yes, those are Doritos. I'm human, remember. Okay, lunch for me is usually some kind of complex carbs, 1 cup. Then I have 2 cups of vegetables. In this case, it's string beans, peas, carrots, and corn. And then somewhere in the ballpark of like 8 ounces of some kind of animal protein. 8 ounces of animal protein to me is usually like chicken, fish, whatever's on sale. In this case, I had a little bit extra money, so I bought a steak. So this is just a steak. Something like this piece right here would be somewhere in the ballpark of like 8 ounces of animal protein steak. So 1 cup of complex carbs, 2 cups of vegetables, 8 ounces of animal protein. Done. That's lunch. Sometimes I'll have an egg or 2 or 5 or whatever if I don't have the animal protein, which an egg is animal protein anyways, but you get the idea. Like if I don't have chicken or fish or pork or beef or whatever, I'll just have 5 eggs. Done. Okay, so then what I do is I take a break for about 2-3 hours. That's when usually I do these videos, when I'm updating, right? Checking emails, going through social media or whatever. Then I'll have a snack. A snack for me is like my cheat meal for the day, cheat window. It's not always Doritos salsa. Usually a snack is basically something like this, just smaller. So like, I'll give you an example. If I don't want to do the carbs or whatever, or the bad carbs, what I'll usually do is something like maybe like 1 cup of rice or like a half a cup of rice with lentils. Like there's lentils in there. See, or black beans or something like that. Then what I'll do is I'll do 1 cup of vegetables and maybe like only 4 ounces. So maybe like that would be like 4 ounces right there between my finger and my thumb. So 4 ounces of animal protein, 1 cup of vegetables, 1 cup of complex carbs. Done. That's the snack. About 2 or 3 hours later, boom, now it's dinner time. Dinner for me is no carbs, right? No simple or complex carbs or anything like that. Dinner time for me is usually protein and vegetables or protein and salad. How much am I eating? A little bit less than at lunchtime. The golden rule, right, that I figured out, this is after like 7 years of research, is breakfast should be massive, right? Your snack or your mid-meal should be like a little bit less, and then dinner time should be less than that. So basically it's like breakfast you eat like a king or queen, lunchtime you eat like a prince or a princess, and then dinner time you eat like a pauper or a peasant, right? So that's basically what's going on here. So dinner time for me would be something like this. It might be like 4 ounces of animal protein, or it might even be less. It might just be like 2 ounces of animal protein, maybe a half a cup of vegetables, and that's it. It's basically like another snack. It's like a smaller snack from the snack before. That's dinner, and that's it. So then 3 hours later, 3 hours later is when I will do one garlic pill, one apple cider vinegar pill, right? Then an hour after that, it's bedtime and I'm asleep, and that's it. And then I wake up the next morning and repeat the whole process. So that's what I've been doing. These are the results that I got. Do you like what you're seeing? Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button down there below. I will put links to these and also the vitamin K2 down in the description. Make sure to check that out. If you're watching this video, I'm also going to do a shorter version right after, just so you don't have to sit through all the meals and everything else. So stay tuned for that if you like. That's the reason why I want to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button down there below. Check out the description section. Comment below, definitely. And I will catch you all in the next exciting video.